Okay, so here it is, a 69 Baja. I put these headlights on here. I thought they looked cool, but after I got them installed, with that black reflector in there, you really can't see shit. So, I don't know. Probably want to change those out for... It's a 5 3/4 bulb that's in there, and Hella makes... or Autopol makes some bulbs you can, or lenses that you can put in there that are white, and they'd put out a lot more light. So when I bought the car, it was nowhere near being street legal. No lights, no turn signals. Still doesn't have front brakes. I'm working on getting that sorted out. Like I was telling you, it's fully caged, front to rear. The upper shock mount is tied into the cage. And then ball joint beam, which the cage ties into that as well. It's well supported. Probably saw those wires there. Not quite done tucking up the wiring for the turn signals. I ended up running these little LEDs in the bumper for the turn signals. That's a one-piece fiberglass front end for a street Beetle that's been cut up to fit on here. And then, see if I can get it in there. Right there, that's the cut and turn front beam. They added an additional 4 inches when they did the cut and turn. So what you have is 4 individual leaf packs going to both sides. Urethane bushings. Let's see here. You wanted to see the interior. I have some aluminum door panels that go with it, so that's all taken care of. Wood grain steering wheel. That oil pressure gauge, it is not working. So you got some room there to put some gauges in. Just your standard shifter. That's the cage as it comes in and ties into the interior. Comes up, follows along the roof line, comes down the rear. Just bought these tires. I have you notice on the front I still have those 3-rib tires. I have a set of matching Wildcat EXT 235/75 15s on 5/205 wheels that match these for the front. I just haven't decided what I want to do for brakes yet. Dual shocks on the back. This thing's set up for jumping. You'll see here that there's a hole that goes into the interior. Now the firewall's been moved forward. The previous owner, he had a 3.8 liter Ford V6 supercharged in here. That's where he had the radiator mounted. So the cage was built, it has room, so if you wanted to do a V6, you could probably even fit a V8 swap in there with little difficulty. I rigged up these tail lights. I have them ran so they're a run, stop, and turn signal. Everything's working through there. Let's see, it has high clearance fenders on it. It's actually a front fender from a narrow eye Baja kit, just moved to the rear. People get creative with these things, I tell you. So you're asking me about things that were wrong with it, and a couple more items popped into mind. There's a crack in the windshield. New windshield will run you about $100 on these old cars. The windshield wipers, I had to replace the headlight switch, and after I replaced it, the wipers stopped working. I haven't really looked into it yet. Could be as simple as a fuse. I'll probably look into that after I get done making this video. Get the wipers rolling. So the cage comes in, dips down. The cage, they actually cut that dip down bar on the other side. I'm going to show you. Walk around. No door handle. I could probably figure that out for you fairly easily, though. So yeah, what the guy was saying was that he was having some clearance issues with the seat to the cage, so he just cut the cage out. Not the way I would go about it, but whatever. Then back here, this is where the wiring runs through into the engine compartment. So that on the left, that's all your lights and everything, and the loom on the right is all your engine management. Here, I'll show you this on the other side. That yellow top battery that you may have just seen, that's staying with me. I have another battery that goes with it that has been went on the charger overnight, like over a month ago, and it's still holding 12 volts. This seat likes to give me some problems sometimes. There we go. So, they did a lot of cutting and dicing in here. So, I was telling you the firewall had been moved forward. They moved this portion forward as well. I tell you what, though, with what they did, it makes changing that starter out really freaking easy. So, with some of the dicing that they had done, they ran the shocks up into the cage. I'm trying to get my focus around. So they ran the shocks up into the cage. I think they were just having fun with the Sawzall or something. I don't know. They did an awful lot of cutting. So what this is a spare tire cover. And just trimmed it out to fit. Still have to just run a couple of rivets or something up at the top. It fits in nice and snug. I didn't get it on there very well because I'm just doing it one-handed. Not really any rust through on the pan. Pan looks pretty solid. I didn't look under the battery though. Let's see. Yeah, there's a little rust through right there. Not too bad though for these old Beetles. So yeah, that's the car. Let me try to stand back, give you a good view. It's gnarly, man. I enjoyed driving it. I haven't got to put too many miles on it though. I only just got those tires like a week ago. So I drove it up to Dairy Queen once, went through the drive-thru. I'll walk back here real quick. Just give you some video proof on. Those are the front tires, the 235/75/15s. Those go on the front. And then I'll squeeze through here. And there's the sand paddles. That's, I think it's a 12-inch or maybe a 15-inch wide rim. But yeah, it's a 1650 by 15 sand paddle. It's definitely seen some use. But I think that with the 1600, that tire, even though the ribs or the paddles are worn down, I think it will work great as a flotation tire for that 1600. I was really looking forward to using it out in the sand, but I don't know. I got a hankering for two wheels. So yeah, there you go.